You have capacity to start doing that too, eh? They're on the ground, they've got open guard, just try to go right past it.
Coach.
Yeah.
Kennedy's here. First round. I told you, as soon as that came on, I was gonna take you down, and I was gonna kill you. Well, I follow me. What about your fault? No? Come on. You're learning how to fall, right? Remember? Definitely. Remember. Shoot. Gotta learn how to fall. Can you show me? Show. Nice. Make sure you not talking. Fall from the top. Chin, and then go. Good job. That's how we do it. That's one of the great balls I learned.
If you want to play house time, we're going to go
What? Oh, I'm not gonna pass. I'll get you next. I'm not gonna pass. Not too fast, no. Not too fast. One. Oh, look, it's your brother too. Now he looks like he's on top. I got your dress. Give me one second. You don't push anybody inside. Awesome.
Oh my goodness, what have you guys done? Let me get you sorted out here.
We kept pressing the
Boom, look at that. How's that look?
What the heck? Stop touching. I'm not touching those. What's happened? Wait, where am I? Come on, dude. Why is it doing that? I cannot. I have to sign in. I don't have to. You've already checked in.
Excellent. Are you excited? You're 13 years old. No. Not you. My daughter.
Hey guys, can I get a guys for a second? Does anybody need to use the washroom? If you have to use the washroom, let's throw some flip-flops on and get there first, okay? If you haven't signed in yet, let's make sure we do that too.
Spinning. Slow down with spinning.
Back and shoulder a little bit. Get your hooks in those. Get your feet on the inside of the leg.
JP.
Where's your hook show? Right on the inside. Exactly. That's gonna get you that good grip. Check it out, this one. Alex, let's keep it jujitsu, okay? I don't remember teaching bus backs. You got about 10 seconds. All right, you guys, let's get lined up. Please, a short break. How we do it? All right. Get the idea. There we go. Let you guys go. Right at the end. No worries. No particular order. How's it going, guys? Good. Having a good week so far? Thumbs up. Good week. Awesome. Very good. When are you guys going back to school? In a week? Man, that's 31st. That's coming up soon. Okay, we gotta get a bunch of jiu-jitsu, lots of fun before you guys have to go back to school. Who would like to run a warm-up today? I need a tough warm-up. Who can run a tough warm-up? Let's see. Who hasn't run a warm-up in a while? Alex, you haven't run a warm-up in a while, have you? Come on up, Alex. Guys, make some space, okay? Use as much space on the mat as you possibly can. Spread out. What do you want to do first, Alex? Planks? Awesome. Can you show everybody a plank position, please? All right, guys, check it out. Look at Alex here. All right, look at how Alex is on his elbows, he's on his forearms, he's got his toes curled underneath, right? And he's got his hips up off the mat, okay? Everybody's looking good, awesome. We're gonna hold that position for how long, Alex? 15 seconds, all right, on your call. Count loud, so everybody can hear you. Count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Sebastian.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24,
Done there? Oh, okay, good. All right, just checking in, just checking in. Very good, guys. What do you want to do next? Burpees? Awesome. I love burpees. All right. How do we do a burpee, Alex? Can you show us? Jumping up, getting down. Awesome. Those are good. Can you go real slow? Just explain what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, like that push-up position almost. Exactly. So we jump in the air as high as we possibly can. We come down. We go into a push-up position. Right? If you want to make it extra hard, you can do a push-up here too. That's cool. All right. Then I pull my feet back in and back up to the standing position. Does that make sense to everybody? Awesome. Alex, how many? 10. Sounds great, man. That's very reasonable. All right. Guys, you ready? Yeah. All right, count it out. Now, guys, check this out. I want you guys to follow Alex, okay? So I don't want to see somebody doing the fastest burpees ever known to man. I want you guys to follow Alex's count. Okay, let's have a good listen to it. Go on, Alex.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Fast as you can, guys.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Awesome. What's up next, Alex? Side planks? Cool. Can you demonstrate side planks, please? Nice. Exactly. So he's got one foot on the ground. You can also stack your feet too. If you can't see me, feel free to stand up. You can also stack your feet. Okay? And he's on his elbow and his forearm. You can use your free arm here to help you balance if you need to. Okay? How long, Alex? $14 seconds it is. Okay, remember, stop at 14. All right. Let's go. Good job, you guys. Looking good. Really? Can you get up? Can you get right up off that leg? There you go. That's better. Nice, good job. You want to do the other side? Keep it easy. Keep it. All right, switch sides, guys. Let's go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Perfect. Can you finish with some laps? Sure. Good. Everybody behind Alex, please. Alex, how many laps? 3 laps. That's perfect. You want everybody to know what the rules are?
So, no flat teams.
Yes. Remember, you give up.
No going in front of
Absolutely. So, whatever order we're in right now, we're going to be in this exact same order when we finish our 3 laps. Okay, so I don't want to see anybody cutting ahead of the person in front of them. If the person in front of you is going too slow, you just need to slow down a little bit and wait your turn, okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Thumbs up. Does that make sense? Awesome. The only other rule, these guys will keep an eye on you, okay? And I will on this side. We don't want to cut the corners. Okay, so I don't want to see anybody running their laps like this. Cut the whole corner off, all right? I want you guys to keep nice and tight to get outside the laps the whole time. Does that make sense? 3 laps as well. Let's count them up.
Gonna run.
Oh, it's
No,
not running.
not proud walk, run.
There we go. That's better. That's better. Got my corner. Do another one.
That's a bonus lap.
Hey, speaking of bonus lap.
That one's for free.
All right, now let's get right there. Everybody finish it up strong. Yeah,
High five.
Get it up here. Get it up. Awesome. Great job, guys. Grab a drink and then line up, please. right up. Hurry, guys.
Get up, get up.
Got lots to cover. Lots to cover.
Come on, kid.
You're gonna hold. No, full to go. Awesome. All right, guys. Eyes here, please. So I just want to very quickly for our new guests, all right, talk about our rules in line. Okay, whenever we're in line like this, we're nice and quiet. Okay, and you're keeping eye contact with me or whoever's speaking up here. Okay, so sometimes that'll be Jeff, sometimes that'll be Christina. Most of the time it'll be me. Okay, so keeping eye contact lets me know that you guys are listening. Okay, if I don't see your eyes, then I assume you're thinking about something else. Okay, and what else would you be thinking of besides jujitsu? It's the best thing to think about. Okay, well that's fair. Ice cream is pretty good. All right, I'll give you a buy on that. All right, enough. Okay, last week we were talking about how to escape from underneath the mount position. Okay, so when somebody's mounted on top of us, how do we get out of there? All right, very, very important skill. Everybody did very well with that. No, we're good, All right, everybody did very well. Now we're flipping it. Okay, we want to talk about if I'm doing jujitsu or if I'm in a self-defense situation and I get to the top position, I get to mount. What can I do to hold my partner in mount as long as possible? Okay, until help can arrive. Or how do I safely get out of there if I need to? All right, makes sense to everybody so far? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay, let's just review mount position quick. Okay, check those back. All right, I'll get you this way. All here. Cool. All right, so if I take my partner down, then I do a double leg. Take my partner down to the mat, and then he's got a guard. Okay, and I'm going to pass my partner's guard and get to knee on belly, and I get all the way to the mount position. And then my partner just pushes up and rolls over, and I lose it. Right? That's a lot of work to lose. Okay? So first thing I'm looking to do when I get to my mount position, immediately, right away, chest as low as possible. Okay? Some of you guys are a little scared to put your chest right down to your partner because you're being polite. And that's fine, I appreciate that. Okay? But the reality is, to keep my center of gravity nice and low on my partner, I've got to bring that chest right down to his face. Okay? Now if I just drop my chest right now, it's going to hit Jeff in the nose. Okay, so typically what I'll do is I'll bring it down a little bit slower than that, and hopefully Jeff will turn his head out of the way as I come down. Alright? So bring my chest down nice and low on my partner. See how my chest is in contact with Jeff's face right here? Right? Then from here, I'm reaching my arms up as wide as I possibly can on either side of my partner's body. Okay, I don't want any tension here, and I don't want any separation between his chest and my chest. If there is, what's he going to do? He's going to push up on my chest, right, and buck me off from my mount position. So first things first, chest as low as possible. Okay, even if that means chest right on your partner's face, that's good. Now when Jeff pushes up on me, very hard for me to get me off. Extend my arms nice and wide on either side of my partner's body. Now if he starts to push me to the side, I can base that, hold myself in this position. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
You start with just that. Now, one thing very quick. Knees on the mat. Okay, sometimes I see people play mount position like this. This is silly. Okay? That's how a duck plays mount position. Right? Not a human. Right? Knees on the mat. Okay, chest down low, arms down wide. And then have your partner just push on your chest just a little bit. Not too hard. We're just gonna move around in the position a little bit, and then we'll switch. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? Let's grab a partner and give it a go. 1 second. 1 second. If you're a little more experienced, if you got some stripes on your belt, if you're wearing a gray white belt, okay, I'd love for you guys to partner up with somebody who's new today. Okay? So take that initiative. 3, 2, 1, good. What is this? That is not a jujitsu.
Good news, partner. You guys are
All right, guys, it's your partner, sir. On the wall. What did I say next? You remember? Chest right down as low as you can. As low as you can. Bring your chest right down, all the way down. Now, arms as high as you possibly can. Good, all right? Now, you're gonna push us just a little bit. You're gonna really try to there. Just kind of push a little bit. Make it good. There you go. Exactly. Keep that chest down nice and low. Good.
That's it.
Buck your hips from side to side a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Awesome, guys. Switch it.
Nice and low, Lily. It's not low enough. It's not low enough. There you go. Switch. Knees nice and wide. Yep, squat down on your knees. Check out now. Go with extendable. Overhead on both sides. And then you're going to use this. There we go. Because we're next training problems, we're not going to so literally just go side to side. That's good. Good job.
I know, all the
That's not what we're doing. Down now. Squat down. Hands up wide. Up wide. There you go. Now pull, put some pressure and push it. Good. Switch.
Make sure to practice, guys. Chest down low. Chest down low. Alex, let me see it.
You want soft pull? Squat right down on your knees.
Oh, you're right. He's got to see a little
So
bit
you're
over
sitting on your heels. Squat right down
here.
here. Now you put
There,
forward.
Alex, see it.
Forward. Forward. Yep. Now put your hands out wide.
How do you go? There we go. Down even lower. Even lower. Alex. There, lower. There we go. Can you get out of there for a minute?
Switch.
That's great. Awesome.
There.
There we go. All right, guys, bring it in. This is awesome.
Line up.
Okay, guys. So I get to my mount position. I do step one, which is chest down low, arms out wide. Okay. Now this is great for somebody who's not trained in jiu-jitsu, especially. Okay, because most people in the bottom of the mount position, they're only going to be thinking about their arms. They're going to be pushing off you with their arms. Okay, but as we learn some jiu-jitsu, start to understand the mount position better on the bottom, you'll see that my partner starts to buck his hips too. Alright? Now I can get bridged off by my partner. Okay, when he uses a bridge in his arms. Be nice and quiet down there, guys. Here's some noise. Not decide we're gonna do that. Good? You gonna be okay? Alright, thank you. Okay. So I need to get some control over my partner's legs too, so they can't bridge on it. Let's stay apart, guys. Okay, take a little step apart. Thank you very much. Good. Alright. So I bring my chest down low, my arms out wide. Now, what can I do with my legs to attach myself to my partner? I can hook them underneath my partner's legs on both sides. Alright? And then from here, to put some extra pressure on my partner, I can straighten my legs. Alright, Jeff, go ahead and talk.
It's not fun.
There, exactly, right? So, chest down nice and low, arms out nice and wide. The next step. Alex, thank you. Okay, you're distracting the whole class right now, buddy. Everybody else wants to learn some jiu-jitsu. Let's focus on that, okay? All right, taking my legs underneath my partner's legs. Now, if my partner's legs are flat on the floor, that's just silly, my partner. They're never going to be able to bridge their hips. If I say to Jeff, like, bridge your hips with your legs flat, you can't do anything from this position, right? He has to bring his feet up to bridge his hips, okay? So how do I prevent that? I take my feet underneath his legs. As soon as he lifts them up, I extend my legs straight to drive my hips. Alex, come down to this end, man. Other end, please. Thank you. Okay. I put my legs underneath my partner's legs. I'm driving my hips into my partner's belly. Okay, I still have my chest down low, my arms are wide, and now when Jeff tries to bridge his hips up, I stay connected to my partner. I can float here on top of my partner. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Can we give that a shot with our partners? 3, 2, 1. Super. Same partners as last
Same partners,
time.
Alex.
Actually,
why don't you guys go closer to your mouth so you can see what you guys are doing. Close. Anyone can watch.
See how it's just a little arms up wide. Grapevines in.
Good, Cole. Good.
Where's your other one? He's not doing anything. There you go. He's not working.
You gotta get your chest down.
There you go.
You're up a little too high. Squish it.
There you go.
Sit up. Sit up. Sit up. You're too high.
Get it out.
Now you want to swing the legs around.
Chest down, baby. Chest down. Chest down.
Good stretch.
Wider. There you go.
Hey, I'll dump that water out. We don't take a water. I got small soup. Get your grandma to.
Bring those legs up, Lily. Plant your feet. There you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Now hook your feet. Now extend.
Chest down, legs. There we go.
Crank up, Paul.
The two Lilies first.
Yeah.
Nice. What's going on here? This looks like a little guard.
Okay. Feet in, belly. Feet in. Now hook. Now straighten your legs.
Who's up? Who's up?
Straighten your legs. There you go. Good. Good. Eyes up. Switch.
Who's up wide? There we go. That's better. Wet blanket. There we go.
Let's
All right,
go.
a little bit of action. That's okay.
Always be action here.
Does it really hurt smash? Really? If you turn your head to the side, it makes it a little bit better. Are you? Alright, well, fair enough. I'll get switch it up, talking about these.
See you, Violet. Everybody's in. Chest down.
Where's your next step, Bentley?
Bentley. Legs in. There we go.
Arms out wide, Bentley. There we go.
Arms out wide, Alan.
Nice.
Lower, Alan. Yeah, there you go. Stretch.
All right, guys, bring it in. This looks great. All right, so one last thing to talk about. Our mount position.
Floor, listen.
Yeah, come on, Parker. Great, you talk right in there. It's a good spot too. All right. Hey guys, eyes here, attention here. Yeah, I will break you guys up. Okay, I don't want to do that. All right, let's just keep our focus here. All right. So one last thing to talk about. Okay, what happens if I've got everything set up perfect, but for whatever reason my partner's bucking, moving around, and he gets his hands on my chest. Okay, so I've created some space, and he starts to push up on me like this. Okay, I'm not as big as Jeff, right? So he can definitely bench press me on. Okay, what do I do in this situation? I'm gonna take my arms from the outside here. I'm gonna swim them. Watch this. Swim them to the inside. Okay, and I put my palms together like this, like a prayer position. Okay. From here, I reach up above Jeff's head and drop my chest right back down. Okay, if he does it again, if he manages to get his hands back in, I just swim again. And swim again. Doesn't matter. I just keep doing that until the person on the bottom gets tired of bench pressing me. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody so far? Can we try that one real quick? So, I want you guys to not slack on the setup. I want to see everybody's chest low. I want to see everybody's arms out wide. I want to see everybody get their grapevines. And then the person on top, you're just going to open up a little bit. So the person on the bottom can push on your chest. Right? When they push you up, swing the arms in, extend out. Guys, don't make me do it. All right? 3, 2, 1.
In burgers.
Here, Alex. Here.
Work with Court for 1 minute while I help back. Come on, there you go. Swim. Catch yourself on the way down. Really good. Catch yourself on the way down. I don't want to break his nose. Great lines in, Bethany. Every time. Good. Good. Now swim. So, this. And this. Now swim. There you go. Switch. Yeah, switch. Switch. Switch top and bottom. Let's go. Okay, let's go.
I'm in that.
What's the top, Alex? Work it up. Break. That's not a mouth position. Break bar is the important. Now, swim. Swim for. Keep your chest down for it. You gotta fall down. There we go. Push them up. Swing your arms in. Make sure you don't collapse on Cooper's nose, okay? One, forward. Swimming. There we go. Good job. Swim it out, Alan. There you go. Switch up, bottom. There you go. Let's go. Roll. One. More reps. Come out on your heels. Good job. Push them up. Push up. Stand over. Push up. You were just on top. Not the whole time. Push up. Swim out. Push up. Swim out. 2 more. Switch. Watch the head man. Swim for it. Swim for it. Let him push up for it. Swim. Good. Good. Let's switch on one. Okay, switch again. 5 reps and then switch.
Make her push you up though, right? Like keep your body weight out on her so that she really has to put some muscle in her. Yeah. Exactly. Make her muscle you up. Make her muscle you up. Oh man, she's getting tired now. That's perfect. Do it again. Do it again. There you go. Now make her push up again. She's getting tired. Oh, she can't push up anymore. Oh my goodness, one more time. Drop your chest low. Drop your chest low.
here. Relax. Put your weight down on it. Keep goofing around. Put your weight down on it. Push your chest right on his nose. There we go. Push up, Court. Push up, Court. Swim up. Oh, there we go. Good job. Okay, guys, stop. See how that one rep was better? You guys do it a little. That. When you went down low and they had to push you up and then you swung up, that one time you guys did it was better than the previous 5 times you did, okay? Let's do things properly. All right, hold your guys. Good job. Two more.
He just pulled out last week's strength. Drop your chest down. Drop your chest down. Drop your chest down. There you go. Swim in, swim in.
Oh, I like to swim in here. Great, but it's awesome. There we go. Ah. I like it. Have you guys switched on top since I left? No, you switched on bottom. You're on top.
There we go. As long as you have 2, it's 2 per time. We want to do it more. All right, guys, just bring it in. Okay, one thing I want to point out. Alex, keep nice and quiet, please. Okay. One thing I want to point out just before we finish here and get into some rolling. Okay. As my partner pushes up on my chest and I clear the arms, okay, he's going to get more and more tired every time he has to do this. Right? This is where my opportunity comes to attack my partner's arms or to get a headlock on my partner, to get an underhook, to make me very uncomfortable in this position. Okay? But I have to tire my partner out first, right? Because I'm not as strong as Jeff. So if I just try to grab Jeff's arm and push him, it's like, I'm not going to win this fight. Okay? What I need to do is tire my partner out first. So I bring my weight down, I make him bench press me a few times, right? Now his arms are starting to get a bit tired. Now that he's a bit tired and I'm fresh, I can start to isolate his limbs, start to set up better control points on my partner, where it's more uncomfortable and a better control position for me. Okay? So we'll talk about that a little bit more next class. This is very good. Whenever we get to the mount position, let's just think. Chest as low as possible, arms that are nice and wide, hooks underneath. Does that make sense? So if we're rolling today, we're going to do rock, paper, scissors with our partner to start in either top or bottom mount position. Okay, does that make sense to you guys? I want you guys to start in mount position like this. Okay, I'm going to have my knees on either side of my partner, but I'm going to be sitting up tall like this. Okay, so it's your job as the person. If you go rock, paper, scissors and you win, you get top position. Right? It's my job as the person on top to right away, as fast as I can. As soon as we slap, bump, and the timer goes, chest low, arms out wide, grapevines in. Okay, so that I can get good control of my partner. If I don't do it right away, if I'm not quick, okay, if I'm not quick and I'm kind of lazy with it, easy for my partner to get me off. Okay, does that make sense, everybody? Great. At the end of class here, guys, just for guys who are new, we do a bit of a handshake. Okay, so I'm sure you'll see exactly how it works in about 2 seconds from now. But just stay in line and follow everybody ahead. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Great class, guys. Thank you, sir.
Hey, what about the boards?
You don't want to?
How about the boards?
Jump.
The awards? They have occasionally.
Good job. Good job.
Oh. So just at the end of the class. So we do grade it, which is sort of like live. So but I set the position on the start, and then you can just go wherever they get the person. Maybe try to take this age group, we don't teach any submission.
Find your partners for rolling. Find your partners for rolling and line up on the sides.
So that's what we're Guys, let's make some lines. Roll. Make some lines. See on them? Guys, did I call you up yet? No. Back to Fred. You wait till next round.
Hold if you want to go. You can find where you go.
Guys, let's get eyes here for a second, please. Okay? Eyes here, eyes here. Nice and flat. Okay, during rolling, guys, we always start in lines. Right? When you guys have a partner and you're sitting beside a partner, I'll call you guys up. Okay? Luciano, are you listening to what I'm saying? What did I just say? Pay attention, okay? You need to make lines first, right? And then I'll call people up once you have a partner, all right? So this guy right here, come on up, Sebastian. Cooper, here. Nathan, here. Nina, here. Okay, guys, rock, paper, scissors for top position, please. If you're waiting, you just stay along the side of the mats. Sitting down, staying as far back as you can so we don't get bumped into.
Always watch where they are.
Right.
You guys wait on the side. Watch rolling and let them roll.
All right, guys, are we ready?
Sheds them out.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. That's it.
Hey, James, you gotta start bucking. There you go. There you go. Make your face out, James. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back. You can't take your back.
Nice.
Don't turn your back. There you go. Got bump your hips too, triangle around. There you go. Well done.
Nathan, give up the position in a minute. Just for some more action. I know. Do whatever you gotta do now. Play guard, play guard. Pass the flag. Alright, your turn to escape now, Nathan. Come on, get those hands, punch your hips, fuck your hips. Don't let them keep you balance. There you go, there you go. Again, fuck your hips again, don't let them grab your hands. Fuck them again.
3 seconds.
Nice, keep working it, keep working it. There, get on your side.
Keep working, Jim. I know it's not too long. I know it's not. You gotta keep working. There you go. Push up on his hips.
Five seconds. Great job, guys. Shake hands, please.
Shake hands, boys. That's your belt there.
Good job, guys. Good job. All right, who's up next? We got Lilies here.
Both of them down. All their rolling.
Who else we got?
Anybody else in the little ninja bar? Report close. Okay. You're free to roll 3 months.
Over here. Rocky, this is from now. You guys can start standing with the arm, or you can start from now, whichever.
Are we doing? You guys are doing next.
Yep.
Okay. Whoever lost, lay down.
In 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Don't give up your back, bottom Lily. You got to turn over. Turn over. Turn over. Turn over. There you go. That's one second for discipline. Bend it off. Good. Bridge up. Bridge your hips. Push her off. Good. Keep driving there. Good. Keep pushing it. Right up to your legs, Lily. Keep going. Keep going. You're on track. All right, switch top and bottom. Lily's good top bottom. Okay, go. Keep going, drive into her, Lily. Go. Good try. Get your legs straight now.
Time, guys. Let's shake hands, please. Please, Carter. Let's go off the next roll, please. Alright, anybody else? Alright, stop.
Watch out, John.
Let's down. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Paper, rock, scissors for top and bottom. Quick. Okay. Go. Now, go. Good job. Nice and low. Keep your weight down. Lower. There you go. That's right. Push them up. Push down. That's right. It's not a very common position to be in the bottom, is it? So bridge your hips. As soon as you push up, it's down. Bridge your hips. And push. There you go. That's better. There we go. Now we're stand up. Get on top. Nice work, guys. Do the same thing he was doing to you. Keep working. Keep working. Get on top. Keep down. Watch the wall. Back to the middle, guys.
Just knees. Good position. Take it seriously. If you guys serious, bro.
Okay, knock up now. Good. Hold there. 10 seconds. Get up. Nice work. Fine.
See you guys. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much. See you guys soon.
I'm depressed because I'm
See you later. Take care, man. Good to meet you. Hopefully you had fun.
Roxas. Yes. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yes, Roxas. No patch, but I do have your paycheck. Keep waiting. Oh, if it's on there, you just click this button and then switch it to youth. And then you'll be good. Yeah, you should be on there. Next week, but not for this class, we have 15 pounds.
Oh my.
All right, guys. Let's get ourselves lined up, sorted out. How's everybody doing? Good. Awesome. We have a couple of visitors today. Make sure you say hi at some point. Okay. If you guys have a little bit more experience, you know, you're roughly the same age and size, and you have a gray white belt or you have 2 stripes on your white belt, you may consider partnering up with these guys today. Just give them good experience so that they can get introduced to join our nice team. Okay. Let's start with a nice warm up. I need to be hard. Who wants to run? One volunteer? Really? That's it? Yeah, come on up. Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, make some space, please. Make some space. Izzy, what do you want to start?
Spread out all of them, guys.
Jumping jacks, cool.
So,
Jumping
you
jacks, guys.
guys.
We got 50 jumping jacks coming here. Everybody know how to do a jumping jack? Thumbs up if you do. That's another good stuff. Let's have it 50. Count that nice and loud, Izzy. Flash it. Nice and loud, Izzy. You got this, Olivia. Pretend you're not, Izzy. Yell loud. There we go. Come on, guys. Awesome. 10 more. Everybody can do 10 jumping jacks. Nicely done. That was a solid amount of jumping jacks. Appreciate that. What do you want to do next? Burpees? Cool. That's a good follow-up. Izzy's taking it seriously. None of you guys wanted to do it. Could have volunteered. All right, Izzy, how many? 10 burpees. Can you demonstrate burpee quick? Can you just explain what you're doing too? So nice big jump at the beginning. All right. Do a nice big jump at the start. Down, push-up position. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can do a push-up at the bottom. Bring your feet back in and back to standing position. Does that make sense to everybody? All All right, we're doing 10 of those. Izzy, go nice and slow with this so we can all stay at the same pace. Guys, I don't want to see anybody rushing ahead of Izzy, okay? Let's stay on her call. All right? Oh, no, just jump up. We got it. Okay, 10 on Izzy's call. Let's have it.
1,
Do big jump, Izzy. Big jump.
2,
Nice. You got it, Olivia.
3,
Nice. As you can. There we go. Good job, you guys. Keep it up.
5,
Nice jump.
6,
Nice.
7,
Come on, come on.
8, 9,
Guys, one last one. We're going to do one burpee.
Big jump.
Real strong, big jump. Big jump at the end.
Big jump, everyone.
10.
Nice, good job. Good job. I think we've got a couple more of us, right? Izzy, what's next? Don't listen to them. Don't listen. Do something hard. Do wall sits. Wall sits. Yeah. She wants to do wall sits. Can you demonstrate a wall sit or you don't need to demonstrate? You want me to demonstrate? Sure. Okay, guys, so we'll find a spot, preferably I'm being a bad example here because I'm off the mat. We'll do it on the mat, along the back wall there if you can. Okay, legs at a 90-degree angle, just like this. Right, back flat up against the wall. You can have special privilege up here. You're running the class. All right, how long do you want to hold it for? Is it?
45 seconds.
That sounds great. Now, guys, check this out. Okay, I want to see this. All right, this is leaning on the wall. All right, leaning on the wall is not very hard. We can do that all day. I'm gonna bring our butt down nice and low. Our legs at a 90-degree angle. Okay, ready, Izzy? Okay, count it nice and loud.
1,
Back flat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Good
9,
job, guys.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Who's vibrating?
21,
Heels underneath.
24,
Yes, got this. Keep it strong. Keep it
26,
strong.
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
5 seconds, guys. 5 seconds. Keep it strong. I want to see elbows on that ledge. Don't be cheating.
Are you just getting tired from sitting down? 28, 29, 50.
Awesome. Good. Done. What's up next, Izzy? One more. Izzy's just trying to help you guys out. She noticed that some of you were cheating, so. One more.
Relax. Sit up.
Laps. Yeah, laps. Izzy wants laps. Let's do it.
Yay!
Yay! How about
Over there.
guys, let's get in line. Izzy up the front, please. Since everybody cheered yay, and that's no good for warm-ups, let's do them in bear crawl position, please.
Yay! What's the rule about laps, you guys?
What's the rule about laps? Somebody tell me.
around this cold mat.
Yes, exactly. We're not cutting corners. What else, Walker?
If you're doing a bear crawl and you like put your knee on the ground, it's a nice lap.
Absolutely. Yes, Brianna?
No cutting people.
Yes, exactly. So whatever order we're in right now is exactly how we're going to finish. If the person in front of you is a little bit slower, just go a little bit slower. All right? But the key detail that Walker mentioned there, I'm in the bear crawl position the entire time. Okay? If I see someone come down on their knees like this, all right, I may add another lap. Okay? Don't
How
test
many laps?
it. That's up to Izzy.
5.
Whoa.
Let's do 10. Let's do this.
Earn the extra.
They're not quite as
There's
tough
2
as
new
you are.
people.
All right? Guys down here, ball position, let's go. I appreciate your feedback. We're going around. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good.
I'm just fast as the person in front of you.
Right to the gym, Christina.
I got a belt if your knees touch the ground.
Do this. Oh, Roxas, earn us another lap.
Keep going, man. Good job. Honest, you want to follow that? So, 2.
How is it? Stay up. Stay up. Give me another lap. Come on, stay up. Stay up.
On the balls of your feet, you can't do it. I don't stop. I just in that big one.
That's just keep trying to go on the balls and feet.
Come on, Magic. Hey, you might be in the army. You are,
Yeah, exactly. Go, Brianna, you gotta catch up.
Hey, what's happening? Let's go. Oh.
I'm feeling generous today.
Come on, Brianna, let's go. Let's go.
Is he all the way up to the end? All the way up, all the way up,
Put your hands on.
all the way to the end. All the way, come on. Yeah. Finish it strong, you guys. Finish it strong. Awesome. Is that your homework? Now, next time, one of you guys will consider volunteering for the warm-up so that these doesn't have to force you guys. All right, let's grab a drink real quick and line up, please.
Drink one second.
All right, you guys got 10 seconds. Finish your next time. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, just a very quick reminder. I know you guys are pretty good at this, and I don't often have to give reminders. Yeah, I'm gonna lose my voice or something. Yelling too much. But when we're in line like this, we can keep it nice and quiet. We try to stay in the line on the second line of mats there, if that makes sense. Awesome. And then just eye contact, okay? When I'm teaching here and I'm showing things, if I see eye contact from you guys, then I know you're listening. Okay, if I don't see eye contact, then I make the assumption you're not paying attention, and then I've got to stop class, which takes time out of everybody's schedule learning jujitsu. Okay, so I'd rather get you guys the most information possible, and I do that by knowing that everybody's paying attention, so I can just relay the information, you take it in, we get to drill, have some fun, okay? So last week, excuse me, we were talking about how to escape from underneath the mount position. So very, very important if you're ever underneath somebody, how to get it, right? It's a skill that takes a little while to develop, so don't think about it if you get stuck underneath the mount position, you can't get out, no big deal. That's why we practice. But this week, we're gonna focus on the opposite, the top position. So when I have mount position, all right, say I get into a situation where I take my partner down, he goes down for me, I appreciate that. Just came near him, we retreated to the ground, I pass his guard, get to knee on belly, I transition to mount position, okay? If I get here, and I put all that work into doing a takedown, passing the guard, to securing the mount, and then I let my partner just put his hands on me and buck me off, all right? Huge amount of wasted energy, okay? And the potential for my partner to come up in the top position. Okay, so we've got to talk about what we can do from the top position here now to secure my partner, keep them down as long as I possibly can. Okay? First things first, chest contact. Okay? I know a lot of you guys are very polite with your training partners. You don't want to be mean. That's 100% appreciated here. Okay? But the reality is when I control somebody from the mount position, I can't let any separation between our chests take place. Okay? I need to glue my chest to my partner's chest, and sometimes that means that my chest will be a little bit on his face. Maybe it's pushing on his jaw a little bit. Okay? Your partner on the bottom always has the option to turn their head to the side if they're not joining. Okay? The reality is, if I come down here like this, and I'm trying to be nice, I'm not putting down any pressure on my partner, maybe he can get his arms back in on my shoulders, start to bench press me off, and all this sort of nonsense. Okay? So the first thing that I'm looking to do from my mount position, bring my chest as low as I possibly can. Right? Even if that means my chest is a little bit on chest space, that's fine. That's the way it has to be. I bring my arms out nice and wide. Okay? Now I'm taking care of the upper body. Right? His upper body's in good control now. He pushes on my shoulders or anything like that. I can keep myself balanced quite well here. He tries to butt to the side or push to the side. I can use my arms either way to keep myself balanced. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Very important. Okay? Get with a partner. As I said before, if you have a little more experience, you might take that initiative. Go partner with a couple of our new students here today. Make them feel more welcome in jiu-jitsu. Okay? Just working with your partner, getting your chest down super low, arms out nice and wide, and then just having your partner try to push on your chest a little bit, try to move you around a bit. We're not rolling right now, we're taking it nice and easy, just warming it up. Do you guys want me to open the window?
Yeah.
I'll do that for you today. 3, 2, 1. Grab a partner, guys.
You're not doing it all the way to the pass. You're starting now. Well, starting now. Oh, we're not. Okay. So bring your weight back so thumbs touch your heels. Now lay forward. Keep your weight down here. Now
So you can feel a little light. There we go.
touch your face a little bit. There you go. See, it touches us. There you go. Now push up. Do it again. Now you want to try and buffer off. Grab it. See? Hands are here. Hands are here. You can stop. Wait, okay? That's a way worse position for us. Mount is the best position. Close guard. Good. But just work on it again. Ready your worker?
Yeah, sure.
2, 3.
Yeah. Yeah, water. You want to work on Brianna? Just so we don't have to.
Yeah.
Izzy, over in that corner. You stay here, Bree. Walker, work with me. All right, Sam.
Going back to school.
Good.
Push on a little bit. Feel it out. You can go.
Good job. I don't think the last Wednesday. Wednesday. When you guys fly, what do you think? I don't know the date. Why? It's like the 23rd. It's the 7th birthday.
Oh, okay, so let's go. Going back on first.
All the way on.
On your glasses up, Rob.
I will do 1 minute or so if you want.
Couple more guys, and then we'll bring
in your face. There you go. That's how you take care of it. Nice. There you go. So, Connor, because you're a little smaller, if you're doing
All right, let's bring it back in. Great.
Except for today.
Yeah, that's the one I was going to use for competition. That's it. If you don't want to. Yeah, exactly. You guys can check mark. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, so we're getting our chest down nice and low. This controls my partner's shoulders, okay, which also controls their arms and their head, right? But it doesn't do anything for their legs. All right, as you guys know, you've been doing jiu-jitsu a little while, you understand how to skate from the bottom to the mount. My first move is always grid, right? You guys agree? Always trying to bridge my hips up and over. If not anything, then just to get my partner's hands to the mat, right? So that they can't punch in a self-defense situation or choke in a jiu-jitsu situation, okay? So from my perspective on top, I need to do something to control my partner's lower body as well, right? Why does Jeff have his legs up like this? Because he wants to bridge. If he had his legs flat, hey, can he bridge me off? No, he needs to plant his feet on the ground so that he can actually bridge, right? So he plants his feet on the ground. That gives me the opportunity to insert what we call grapevines in jiu-jitsu, right? So I bring my chest down nice and low. I've got my arms out nice and wide. Now watch my feet. I'm going to take both feet and I'm going to circle them underneath my partner's legs and almost hook with the top of my feet back on my partner's legs, right? This attaches my hips to my partner's hips. Now, when Jeff goes to bridge me off, okay, I stay attached. I don't go flying off. If I don't have grapevines and he bridges, right, it's very easy for him to get my hips off of his hips and create that separation he needs to escape. So, first things first, chest low, arms wide. Next step, grapevines in, okay? And the third step I'll say, this is very good for just creating a lot of pressure on your partner. I straighten my legs and I think about taking my hips and driving them straight downwards, okay? So here, I straighten the legs and drive the hips downwards. It makes it very difficult on the person on the bottom. Makes it hard for me to breathe a little bit. Difficult stuff. Yeah, exactly. But it gives you the opportunity to put some extra pressure on your partner. So they're not thinking so much about escaping. They're more thinking like, mid-swish. Right? Question here.
Okay, so this isn't like you're like, so if you're on the bottom and you still want to bridge, but how do you prevent the top of skin and grapevine?
That's an excellent question. If my partner has mounts on me, okay, look at what I'm saying. What do I always say to you guys when you bridge? Heels makes the butt, right? The tighter my heels are to my butt, the harder it's going to be for them to get those grapevines in to start. Hopefully, in that time, I can use that as an opportunity to escape from underneath my partner and get some form of guard position back, right? So heels as tight as possible in my butt. The problem is that as the, like, why don't we go for the mount position? This is one of the best positions to hold the partner, right? Keep that big control. The trouble is that when I'm in mount position, even if you touch the heels the next time, right? Obviously, I can fight my way in, right? Not got one grapevine and the other one. And the whole time, my partner has to deal with not only the fact that he's getting mounted, but he's more than likely going to be attacking the chokes at the same time, or attacking his arms with shoulder locks. So he's going to have a lot of threats to think about at the same time, right? So that's why, in an ideal situation, especially against somebody with jiu-jitsu, you don't want to get underneath the mat. But realistically, we do every once in a while. I do. Okay? So we need to know how to escape. But now, first on top, I'm trying to show you guys why it's so good to get to the mat. It's very difficult to escape when you have good, strong arms. So, chest down low, arms out wide. I'm inserting grapevines underneath my partner's legs. I'm extending my legs straight and driving my hips in my partner's diaphragm. That makes it very difficult. But what I don't want to see is people doing a big back arch like this. Right? Even though that might put more pressure on poor Jeff on the bottom, it also gives up my upper body control. Okay? So I keep my chest down low, I extend my legs. Okay, now I've got upper and lower body control of my partner. Very, very difficult for my partner to get out of this situation. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Can we try that? 3, 2, Full partners, please. That was really cool.
No. We gotta make an official. We did.
I am jazzed up.
I didn't name one thing that it's the history. I don't know if history has I mean, like the name.
Great by the
I will keep that stuff underneath it. Awesome, guys.
Great by the okay. Drive into it. Got your glasses off first.
Working for everybody. Nice, everybody's in. Chest low. Oh, that's okay. Stay there, that's great. There you go. That's better. That's good. Very good.
No, they got it before Christina ended.
Wrap your heels around that.
I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
What are you doing, dude?
Nice.
I like it a lot. Wait down, Rob. You got it. As soon as you can, you got a bridge. You're on the bridge. There you go. See how effective that was? At least you got some space back. Good work. Great one, Connor.
That's a good thing. That's how much history I just did.
Let them out. Now, that's great. Drive your hips down.
I need
Yeah. Look nose, stretch legs. Outside. You know, it's not clear on those cars. You're gonna fight for it. Chest out. Keep your arms wide.
Hold it, chest out. Chest out.
That's nice. I like it.
All right, guys, bring it in. Looks great. Everybody's doing fantastic. All right, so. Do you guys call this, is this the next one? I think the next one's Jeff Can't Breathe, right? Is that what you
This
guys?
is the first one.
There, all right, so my partner's down.
You want to do it? I want to do
Is
it.
it the first Chuck can't drink the second? You know the can't breathe on the bench. There. This is the first Chuck can't breathe.
All right, let's get serious. Okay, so one thing that can happen, right, is very common, especially against people who aren't trained in jiu-jitsu, is they'll try to roll over underneath. Okay? This is where technical mount comes in very handy. So this is just our standard plain old mount. Okay, obviously I have the chest down low, I try to get great lines in. But what can happen is my partner starts to roll to his belly. And if he gets all the way to his belly, he can stand up, right? Now I'm off, and this is that situation. Okay? So I want to prevent that from happening. So maybe we'll turn this just like okay. So what I'm going to do from this position is I have to kind of like ride the wave. Right? If I'm stuck to Jeff and he starts to roll over, I go over with him. Right? If I feel like my partner really wants to roll over badly, right, then I sort of just have to go with the flow and let him roll and transition into my technical now. Okay, that was very fast, we'll go a little bit slower. So what I'm doing, my partner's going to turn to one direction or the other. It doesn't matter which side. Okay? The leg that's going to end up behind my partner's back, I'm going to stay on my knee. The leg that ends up in front of my partner, I'm going to step up onto my foot. Okay? So if Jeff turns towards you guys, right? Oh, look at this. Let's evaluate this situation for a second. The leg behind his back, I'm going to slide it up so it's level with his head, basically at his collar of his knee. The other foot, planted in front of his hips. Okay? Now, I need to do a special little thing here. I'll show you on the other side. My partner turns this direction. Oh, that's right. Now I'm here. Right? Foot comes up nice and tight to my partner's head. I've got my knee on the mat, up by his head. This foot here. Now, if he leans back into me like this right now, I fall over. Okay, why is that? We have to do a little thing. We have to put in a kickstand. Okay, check out this back leg. See, I turn it. Now when he pushes back into me, I've got strong positioning on my partner. Very difficult for him to turn back in. The idea here is that we want to tell our partner, like, oh, you wanted to turn to your side? Well, now you're going to stay there forever. Okay? We don't want them to roll back to the back. From their back, they can escape. You guys know jiu-jitsu. You know some escapes from the mount. Have you ever seen an escape from technical mount? No, it's very difficult to escape technical mount. So when I have somebody choose to try to roll to their side, I want to keep them there as long as I can. Okay? So I've got my knee up nice and high, leather collar. I've got my foot tucked in tight to their belly. Okay, sometimes I'll bring it to the pocket of their hip down here. And then I'm leaning my hips into my partner's back so that if Jeff tries to roll back to his back again, very difficult. Okay, I can hold in this position as long as I want. Now the final detail of this position that makes it so awesome. I'm going to reach my arm closest to my partner's head. About one closest to his legs, one closest to his head. Behind the head, and I'm going to grab my partner's wrist on the top side. You understand what I mean when I say top side? You got top side is close to the ceiling, bottom side closer to that. Okay. So I reach my arm closest to his head, behind, and I grab that top side wrist. Okay. Now check this out. I'm going to extend my arm straight. Okay. Hold his arm around his face. Right?
It's like a self-choke.
It's not, guys. It's not actually a choke. Okay? It puts a little bit of pressure on my partner, but it's not a choke. Okay? If you really felt like it was a choke, you can always tap it. Right? You're super uncomfortable, of course. Always. It is not a choke. Yes, question.
I remember the story that Robert X said
Several others, yeah. This exact position, okay? I'll do it for 2 hours. Exactly. Okay? So please. Right? Very, very good position for the stretch. 2 hours. Just ask them. Question.
Can you just do this and he's just
You could, but right, like if I don't have any reason to hurt him, right? Like he can't roll back into me, he can't punch me, okay? He can't move, he can't. There's nothing he can do for me, right? So why would I bother trusting him? Right? There's no reason. Right? Even in a tournament, in a jiu-jitsu tournament, like if I got to this position, I look over at the scoreboard, I've got, 2 points for a takedown, 3 points for a guard pass, and I've got 4 points for getting out. It's like, I'm not gonna rush away, I'll just stay here for the rest of the match. It's your job to try. Okay, question, Olivia?
Is that actually how can I make it fall asleep?
It would. Alright. She was I was more just saying, like, isn't there an example of a choke here?
circulation to
Yes, well that's a very technical description, absolutely. Alright, but we're not actually finding choke in this situation, okay? So let's get focused again. Alright, my partner starts to roll to his side. I bring the leg behind my partner's back up nice and high. My knees behind my partner, my foot is planted flat in front of his hip. I put my kickstand out. Okay? And I've got my hips pressuring into my partner's back. Right? I take the hand closest to my partner's head, I reach underneath, and I grab my partner's wrist on the top side. Then I'm extending my arms straight to pull that through, sitting up nice and tall on my partner's back. Okay? As long as I've got my kickstand, got good base on this leg here, sitting up nice and tall, and I've got this hip wrap, we call it, okay, or Jeff Henry, okay? Then it's very difficult for Jeff to escape from this position. You guys are more welcome to try it with your partner, have your partner move around a little bit. Jeff can go ahead and move around, check bridge, do whatever he wants to do. Okay, very difficult for Jeff to escape from this position. Okay, question?
This is really Jeff Henry, this is Jeff Henry.
That's a very good point. I like it, very clever. All right, any questions with that? Question?
I have got very like, we're just letting them move around. It looks like we're letting them find a little bit.
Yeah, 100%. So obviously this is just drilling, so I'm gonna let my partner get to that position, and then I'll just move around like 10%, just to let them feel it. Because if you don't put your kickstand out, they'll fall over, and you go to the bar. Okay? Question? That's totally fine. So if you can't make that position, so you're saying, what if I can't bring my leg out like this 100%? Then all I'm gonna do is turn more towards my partner's head. Let's see, I bring my knee up instead. So I'm sitting more on top of my partner facing this direction, still a fine position. Okay? But rather than turning this way, I'll just turn it this way. Same thing. That makes sense. Let's give it a try with the partner's feet. Yeah, start from now, guys.
You can do it to me.
Oh, I promise I don't know these.
Oh, you still have it,
No.
Rolling out the hold out. And drink milk.
Now we want to control this. There you go.
Under her head, on her arm.
Sitting in this position here.
Bonnie, what would this mean to you?
That makes sense? Okay, so this is technically how I think for us.
Switch.
Yeah.
You can drive this. Don't worry about it. It's not that fun. So pick which way you're going. That's it. Right heel. Right heel tomorrow. Now, you're gonna take that into the belt. You're gonna have to make sure what your left leg goes. Sit on that. Exactly.
Harvey, you got this?
Now,
Oh, I need my kickstand.
immediately technical. Nope. There you go. That's good. So you want to keep pulling this arm up. There you go. Yeah, just like mine. Oh my Get that real tuck this head on. Lower it down like that. There you go. Come on, there, get some resistance there. That was 150. Go on. Go 100. You gotta grab this. You gotta grab that top arm. Yeah, you need to be squatting like her, like you were. You just have to dig this heel into her belly. Bring it as close as you can. There you go.
All right, guys, with your partner, one person take top position.
Wait.
Let's go. One person take top position. Let's go.
And let her get mouth and then just kind of
Partner, take top. I'll give you one right after.
One person take top position.
and
If you're in top position, let's get your chest down low. Guys, I hear lots of talking, okay, while I'm talking. Lots of talking. Thank you. Okay, guys. Chest down low, arms out wide, grapevines in on top. Are we listening? First on the bottom. Okay, we're trying to get out. If you escape and get out from underneath the person's mouth, then you just let them take count again. You let them bring their chest You let them bring their chest down again, you let them get their grapevines back in, we just go again. When you hear the timer go, we'll switch top and bottom. You let your partner set up the good strong mount position, you're trying to escape now. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Awesome. Make sure you got your grapevines in, everyone. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Come on, Ramses.
I'm not immediate.
Bridge, there we go. Keep working, you gotta keep bridging.
Hey, I'm gonna.
Take it the other way. There we go. Nice work. Good job, Sean. Good job, buddy.
You know what they're calling?
Gotta bridge at the same time, man. There you go. Keep bridging. Nice work.
There you go, that's better.
Take your legs straight on the grapevines. Now bridge.
10
Try to get
seconds.
your heels to your butt, buddy. Get your heels to your butt. Bridge.
Switch top and bottom. Switch top and bottom.
You guys move this way.
You got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Let's go.
Grapevines in, Clark.
Grapevines in on top. Chest low, arms wide.
Get grapevines to start.
Let's go. This is the work.
You gotta bridge up, baby. Push your heels into the mat. Push your heels in, get your butt on the mat.
Get strong grapevines high. Press down, get to work. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Keep working, Izzy. Bridge, and roll. Bridge and roll. Look over your shoulder the way you want to go. on ground. Well, that's everything happening. Grab again. You look down to the bones. Not enough. Give them way too much space. Get your grapevines in there. There you go. That's much better.
Switch partners, got new partner, get on top. Find somebody your size.
Walker. You guys have.
Okay, get on top, get on top. Get positioned. Grapevines in. Chest low, arms wide. 3.
Arms wide, please. That's better.
Grapevines. Don't forget about grapevines. Get them underneath his legs. There we go.
There
That's
you go,
better.
Sam.
3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Chest down, Benji. Right down. Right down. Let your servant on. Get your arms wide, Benji. Wide. Ready. Go, Walker.
Now we'll get
Reset. Same thing, guys.
Keep working, guys. Keep working.
Keep going. Keep going. Right more, Elise.
Switch top and bottom. You got 10 seconds. Hurry.
Let's go. Let's go.
3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, grapevines, chest low, arms wide.
Get your legs straight, guard. Just your butt, bridge.
Watch your feet there. Watch your feet.
Bridge, Connor. Nice. Bridge and push up. Same time. Too much. Little less.
Good pressure though.
Good. 3 seconds. Yeah. Little less straight line. Little less. I know.
10 seconds. Keep working. Keep working. Fast as you
Connor,
can.
Connor, partner together. Okay. Next round, we'll switch partner together. Close to the same side.
Switch partners, guys. Same size. Last one. Let's go, go, go.
Benji and Sam, good partner together. You two together. You two together.
Just get in position.
Go.
3,
Grapevines in.
2,
Come on, windows.
1. Let's go.
Grapevines in again, Connor, top. Grapevines in, put your weight down on. Good. Reset. Reset immediately. Okay, hands on the hips, Benji. Hands on the hips and push up. Lower on the hips, up on the shoulders, buddy. Lower. Lower. There you go. Good, stay up. Bridge. Push at the same time. Good. Yeah, move down that way. Says you okay? Go.
5 seconds. 5 seconds. Switch top one. Let's go.
Watch your space, Robert. Get your weight down. Come on, Wyatt. I can shut the heads. Nice. I like it. I like it. Very nice. Reset. on this bridge, and this is how we just like, the longer you get push. Yep, get your hands on the hips, not on the steps. Hips, bridge and push. Keep going, guys, keep going, get out, reset.
10 seconds. Grab a drink, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Calvin, if you don't mind, there's a black or a chest.
I got it.
Awesome work, you guys. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yeah.
Sounds like makes sense? Okay, any questions come up?
This one right here? That one.
So the one that's right in front of it. Keep trying to work that top position. We'll introduce a couple submissions on Friday. Okay, to give us some offensive options so that if we do have good control over our partner, we've got them locked down completely, they can't escape, and we can finish the fight with some submissions. So we can attack cross-collar chokes, we can attack Kimura or Americana arm locks. Okay? We'll work on those on Friday. Thanks so much, guys. 3, 2, 1. We do a little handshake.
So just stand by a minute, we're gonna come to negotiate hands. One, three,
Thanks so much. This is
last one.
It might not be done with full time. All right, you guys, just stay up. Awesome, guys. So this week and next, we're doing leg locks. So super fun position, primarily focused on what's called leg entanglement. So we'll talk about Ashen Garage, we'll talk about butterfly Ashen, which are two new positions that you guys will learn today. Just to get started to warm up with each other. I'll work with for a second here. Alright, so you have to sit in front of your partner. So just sit in front of each other. One key concept that you guys have to understand with leg locks is if Jeff's legs are in between mine, okay, you can enter leg lock position to leg lock me. My legs are in between his, I can enter leg lock position to leg lock him. Okay? This applies for any position that you just taught as a butterfly guard on Jeff. Butterfly guard, my legs are in between his legs, If I can elevate him forward, I can enter in the leg locks and back. Okay? And if he has an out, right? And I can elevate him up, he can enter in the leg lock position to attack his legs. If he has closed guard on me, and I can break his closed guard open, my legs are in between his legs, I can drop and attack his legs right together. Okay, so once you guys learn how to set up these positions, get into Ashley, you'll start to see it in more places than just this. This is just a very basic example so we can understand the position and start to get moving. So I have my partner sitting in front. My legs are going to be in between my partner's. Okay? I'll start by grabbing onto my partner's heel. I'm going to scoop myself in. And as I do that, I'm pulling my partner's leg towards me while I extend my leg straight. That's going to put my knee underneath my partner's knee. Okay? So you see I drop to the elbow, my knee is below my partner's knee. Okay? From here, I move the instep of my foot underneath my partner's other leg, grab below my partner's knee, pull myself in all the way down. And now his knee is past my knees, closer to my body than it is his. Okay? Final thing to set up our standard action position. Here, just a standard leg angle. So take my heel and place it on my partner's hip. This closes this loop around my partner's leg. Where now, if Jeff tries to pull away from me, I'm attached to his leg. Okay, now I can start to attack him. So you have to sit in front of your partner, one person will put the legs on the inside, grab your heel, hip me, extend my leg straight, puts my knee underneath my partner's, drop them out. From here I can grab, I like to grab like there's some tendons on the bottom of my partner's leg here, I like to grab on those, use that to scoop myself in nice and tight. Okay. My instep is underneath the far leg, okay, almost right underneath his butt. Okay. And I'm clamping that knee down. Take my heel, place it on the zip, and then I'm just pulling my knees together slightly. Then I'll just have my partner scoot backwards to make sure I've got a good connection with the partner's leg. Okay? Then I would just do the opposite side. Okay, scoot several times. Awesome, I've got good connection. Perfect. That would be his turn. I'll take my legs to the other side, his to the inside, he can go ahead and enter action. Okay, I'll pull back this action, take it away. Awesome. Does that make sense to you guys? We'll just do that as a warm-up. Let me, I think this one was me too. Yeah, thank you. And then come right down to this elbow. Yeah, then you can scoop your hips as much as you can. There, you can that. Put your foot underneath. Knee down. No, that's just what's right. So then you got, yep, perfect. This is our action position. You really want to focus on your.
And now get your, there's that,
Yeah, right, sure, that's the idea. So we're gonna.
That's it.
Then you got control.
Do both sides twice and then switch.
Okay. Control, you can't fly away, that's perfect. Just practice the other thing. One on each side.
I was waiting to just finish off.
And then with little help too, just come down your hands. And then so you can It's good angle to move your upper body there. Perfect. Good, and then pinch your knees together.
There you go.
This one is just kind of free to go wherever it wants to for the time being.
I think it would be better to do this here first, because then it like stops me from doing this as you go up your knee. Yeah, as you your knee down. Like this.
Alright, so what do you? We email all these options. Typically, like, if you look at this grip, right? Sometimes key grips are better than no key grips. Other times, I honestly think no key grips are better. Because here, like, if you move your leg around on it, see, I can like move his heel around, or if I grab his heel, right? Now I control his hand goes like that, right? So this grip specifically, I like to grab my partner's heel, right in the pocket here, and then bring my arm across the foot.
Mix them together. So you kind of want to get off that and you want to get to this elbow. There you go. Perfect.
How close do you want to be as close as possible?
No, you're going to end up sitting back, like Jacob's in the right spot there. Because it's back on that elbow. Because next to you is tapping on the same leg. So you don't want to be too close. You want to have your weight on your elbow.
Here, two grips in this motion, even closer than him. There you go. Back, right? So you have longer legs, he has a smaller body, so you're gonna have to move your hips closer to get your pocket. Now you can pitch your knees together. Basically, what you want to look at is his knee lines here. If it's at the same line as your knees, like if you scooch back a little bit out, like if his knee's here, you'll never get a leg. Okay. You want this knee inside your knee line, if that makes sense, right? So you have to just keep pulling your hips in until his knee's
It
inside.
still takes me like a minute or two to figure like when.
Alright guys, we're ready for a second now. So now let's look at sort of a practical application of where this could be used, where I can enter into this position. So when we're working from Ashi, we'll call it Ashi Durami, okay, that's the name of this position. It's also called single leg extra, okay? When my partner's standing in jiu-jitsu, we typically refer to it as single leg extra. If I put this position on my partner from standing, we say single leg extra. As soon as he sits down on the ground, then we call it Ashi Durami, right? It makes no sense, I don't know why, but that's just what we do, okay? So how could this work? Now, you guys all know what a standard tripod is. Okay, where I have my partner's heel, and I hook behind it. You guys are fairly familiar with this one. This is a good one to enter into an Ashi position and sweep my partner so that I can leg up. Okay, a lot of the times what will happen from this position is my partner will be shoving this leg down in between the legs. Okay, so that sometimes, worst case scenario, they can just sit right in the mount position. Okay? So from here, when my partner shoves that leg in between my legs, I take it all the way down to the back, and I use my free leg here to bump my partner forward. Okay? Typically, I'm looking for some sort of response like that, or getting the hands to the mat. What this has done is put my hips directly underneath my partner's hips. Okay? And from here, it's fairly straightforward for me to elevate my hips and go into my action position. The jet hops around a little bit. So you guys can see that right now, I'm in the exact same position. Right? For a second there, I had both my legs in between my partner's legs, and I had a grip on his heel. Right? As he shoves that through, I'll plant it on the mat, and I'll use this leg to bump him forward a little bit. Okay, that gets my hips directly under his hips. Now I can pendulum my leg to jump up into that Ashi Durami position. Okay? Since my partner is standing, this is typically be called single leg extra. Right? Notice how my hips are off the mat. This is probably the most important detail. If my hips are on the mat like this, right, it's so easy for my partner to just push that knee through and step through. I need to connect my knee to my heel. So I elevate my hips up then I close that gap. Right? From this position, it's so easy to sweep my partner. I take my elbow, clamp it to the side of my body, and I turn my knees down towards the mat. Now look at what position you end up in. They actually draw me, I'll leave it. Okay, so you're tackling. So my partner's standing in front of me. You know, we're doing whatever. Maybe he just broke out of my closed guard. So I go to my tripod sweep. Thinking like, all right, I gotta try my tripod sweep. He's smart too. He puts my leg in between his legs. I plant it, bump myself underneath my partner's hips. And now my hips are directly under his hip. I've got two legs on the inside, perfect. I'm gonna pendulum my leg. Lift my hips and hook my heel around my partner's hip. I've elevated my hips off the mat, I'm clamping my knees together around my partner's leg. I gotta take my arm on the side of the trapped leg, and I'm gonna bring my elbow tight to my body, clamp his foot so he can't step his foot away from me. Now it's as simple as lifting my hips, turning my knees, sweep my partner down. Okay? Once I get my partner down, I might choose to drop on that knee, pull myself in a little tighter, and lock everything nice and tight. Just stop. Okay, and then essentially put myself in my leg bottom position. Does that make sense to everybody? Let's try it. 3, 2.
This one keeps one over here.
That's obviously this one. Because this is what's gonna prevent it from just sitting it down, right? So this one plants, this one's gonna give them literally a goop on the side, knocking forward a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, you guys. This leg is gonna circle around, so you wanna get that heel to the outside of the hip, lift your hips up high. There you go. All right, now we're ready to sweep. First thing we get. Clamp this arm in tight to your body, turn your knees in this direction. Oh, there you go. And if you keep your knees pinched the whole time, then you just land in the. Does that make sense?
There.
Get your hips
up. There you go. Now, this.
this down.
Now, there you go. Get deeper in.
How do you finish the?
How does
Okay.
Just work on getting you to see the leg X from standing and then do the sweep.
Yeah, like that comes around and holds.
Oh my gosh.
Now, pinch your knee and heel together. Now,
As soon as I got down on the top,
and then you're gonna rotate your hips always this way, taking over that knee. Now you can get, as soon as you get there, you can shoot it deeper. There you go. Now, right? You have to lock that heel into your arm.
So you want to be basically like as tight as possible?
Kind of want to shoot your hips right underneath, because look how far apart you are. So when Jacob bumps you forward, he wants to bump you. You're gonna pull him forward with your right leg. This one went to the mat, right? So that one pulls him forward. There you go. Now you're gonna grab onto which leg? Which one do you want to attack? This one. Yeah, exactly. So grab that heel. This, back of your foot stays in. And now you climb down. Tight. And now glue that. We got this. Raise off that resistance. There you go.
That's nice.
Perfect. Now just lock your knee and your heel together and just roll this way. Turn your hips. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't release that feel. You hold on to that for dear life. Here.
Yeah.
Right. And you want to scoot in, right? Good.
Nice, I like driving the car. You can drive a car, like just like driving a car, like well. And just like a drill, right? Both legs in between each other.
Backwards, or shoot it up to sideways. And,
Just try to keep this connected as possible, because we always want to like stay on the long legs, we can start tackling. See how it works the next step. If you can stay glued to his leg, that's time.
and straighten over that knee. That way it's, once you take that knee over there, you should just collapse in there rather than actually shoving backwards.
You should
If
have
you were to get something really strong.
from standing, right? Shift like that. Just little thing from losing you and then start coming out, right? Not ideal. So if you put your.
So you're from the top position. Grab that.
Because the thing is, like,
Touch your eyes. Now, hold it down. There you go. Don't let go of that heel.
it's very
Stand up.
You can follow versus you have to teach you. Yeah.
Hold on to that way.
And then just far away, right?
So you're scooting there.
Especially if you start pushing in here. You're good at like.
What?
But you have to have the heel. Right now, you're going to sweep. Right? So that hand should be already on the center. That's where you guys should be starting. Okay? So now you step in between. And you're already halfway under, right?
What is like, one of the practices like you get.
How do you get past that fence?
Yeah.
If he's blocking his heel coming up, Devin, Nate's just asking like if he's playing defense on this side. Right now,
It's definitely something they can do, but in that case, then if you really want to go all the way up, to do so he has to put something on there. And like if you put this back now, you really have to lift your hips up, right? He's gonna have to, he has an alley on the
It's just a little.
Yeah. Awesome, guys, let's bring it in. Alright, so you got my partner down. You're gonna get an ash. So as you get better at doing the sweep, you'll be able to keep things locked the entire time. Like I want to keep my partner's leg completely isolated and glued to it the entire time. I don't want to land like this. It's gonna just pull out leg. Like I always want to land with my clamp on so you can't pull out leg. Like right now I have what's called an overwrap grip on my partner's leg. I'll actually take the jacket off. This is just a little easier to see. So right now I have an overwrap grip. Okay, so my arm is over top of my partner's. Right? This is ideally where I want to be. Like I was pulling that arm in nice and tight, clamping my partner's leg to my body. This gives me good control over my partner's leg. From here I want to switch to getting my arm underneath my partner's leg. Okay, so that I can establish a rear choke with my partner. Alright. So how do I do that? I want to lift my partner's leg up off the mat. The way that my partner will save himself from the straight ankle lock is to put his foot on the mat, start to turn away from me. Now here, like I can't attack this ankle. I need free access to the ankle. Okay. So what I'll do, you'll notice how Jeff turned in that direction to get his foot to the mat. Okay. So what am I going to do logically? Turn the opposite direction. When I lift my hips up, okay, Okay, so that brings his foot up off the mat. So if I'm sitting down here on my hip, it's anyone's game. He can go that way, I can go this way. As soon as I start to rotate down towards the mat and lift my hips up, his heel comes up off the mat. Now I have free access to his foot. I use this free arm here to grab underneath my partner's leg, pull it off of my ribs slightly. That's going to allow me to rotate this arm through, pass it underneath my partner's leg. Okay? I wouldn't be wearing an E in this case. Right? In which case I reach through and grab my own lapel. Okay? And I try to grab as high as I can. So once I've established this, once I've rolled to my side, pulled my partner's leg out slightly, taking this hand, weaved it underneath, I'm going to feed my own lapel to my hand. Notice how I crunch down as tight as I can. Because to finish this, I can extend away from my partner. If I grab down here, I can extend away and I see all the slackness in my lapel. Right? If I go down all the way and grab my lapel, now as I go backwards, this is anchored. It's going to provide a lot of pressure on the partner's ankle. Okay? There's two ways to finish the straight ankle lock. Either I'm going to put a ton of pain pressure on the back of my partner's leg, which is fine, a good top like that, right? But it's not really going to break it. Okay? Or I can target these really weak little tendons on the side of my partner's foot. Right? If you've ever rolled your ankle, these are the tendons that get hurt when you roll your ankle. This is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to force roll my partner's ankle. Okay? So the motion to break my partner's ankle is pulling out in this direction. I'm bending this foot like this. Right? Don't think about it as bending straight back. Right? This is a very strong tendon along the top. You can apply a lot of strength to bring it down on the partner. These ones along the side are super weak. If I can pull my partner's foot on an angle like this and drive my hips through, that's where I'll actually cause my partner to tap frantically because they're like, my God, my foot's gonna break. Okay? And that's what we're looking for. So here, I lift my hips up, pass underneath, feed my knee jacket to my hand. Now, my partner's foot is straight up and down. So if I start to just lean back right now, I'm putting a ton of pressure in the back. I'll probably get attacked because it hurts really bad. But if you're in a competition or a life or death situation, you're going to break this person's foot for real. That's not going to work. Okay? So what I do from this position is I walk my elbow backwards. I place this hand on the mat. I start to walk my elbow backwards. I get attacked. Okay? And loosen up by releasing my knee jacket. Normally, so I walk my elbow backwards. What that's doing is this, flexing my partner's foot on the ankle. Okay, so that I am attacking those tendons rather than just the back of the foot. So I start walking backwards, walking backwards, walking backwards, and I go as far as I can. Okay, so there's the first mechanism of getting your tap is literally just pulling my partner's foot so far to the side that they have to tap. Okay, the next one will be the drive. So once let's just say I walk this foot all the way back, as far as I can go. It wouldn't make sense to drive my hips to the ceiling because that would be putting backwards pressure like this on my partner's foot. I want to put pressure on the side. So I'm going to drive my hips through my partner's leg. So I'm here, let's just say I grab my lapel, I've walked my elbow back as far as I could, and he still has a tap. Then I drive my hips through. Okay, combined together, grab the lapel, I walk the elbow back as far as I can, and then I drive the hips in. Okay, question?
Do you want us to do the jump, putting your elbow back and then going the side of the foot, or just here?
No, definitely. I don't want anybody to practice doing the ankle lock, just attacking this one. I always want to attack this one. Because to me, this is a proper ankle. Like we do jiu-jitsu because we want to be able to fight much larger, stronger people. If somebody's way stronger than I am, their calves are super strong, they can pull their foot back like that, I'll never finish my ankle lock. Like if he pulls his foot back as hard as he can like that, it's called putting the boot on. I can lean back as hard as I want. Right? He can keep that boot on, I can always walk sideways. Get my calf. Right? So the correct technique is walking that elbow back as much as possible. Right? I'll do it one more time with the knee jacket so I can see a little bit better. So I want you guys just to start being passionate. Okay, so you don't have to do the sweep, but I just wanted to show you the sweep with some context of how I'm going to get to this example. There's many ways. That's just right. So I get here, I've got my partner's leg all locked down. I'm gonna lift my hips, turning my head down towards the mat, and reach with my free hand, pull it off of my ribs slightly. Now look and see how it's still wedged behind my bicep. If my legs, my arms out here like this, you'll see I'm just pulling this leg up. That doesn't make sense. This needs to be overwrapped on my partner's leg to start. Okay? I pull it away from my ribs, I overwrap, and I would grab my knee jacket here. Okay, so I'm over top of my partner's foot. I can plant my hand on the mat if I want to. I start to walk this backwards. Putting a bunch of, you can see the bend in his foot right here. Right? Then if I drive my hips through, I get my tap. Okay? Does that make sense? Now, go very slow with this one, because again, we're attacking these super brittle little tendons on your partner's foot. Alright, so go real slow. You get into Ashi, you start to walk back, and I walk back like this, I increment. Right, just to test your partner. Some people are gonna have super flexible ankles, some people are not. Okay? Walking back, walking back, walking back. The final thing that I'll show, that's an absolute definite break of the ankle. If I've exhausted all three other options, then I bring my elbow into my side. Okay? That just completely flexes the ankle in half. It's very bad. Right? Typically, wrap grip, walk, 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 and I'm driving my hips through to get my tail. Make sense? Let's try. And start to drive your hips through. So in that case, see how it's possible to move yourself back. Every person is going to have different ways to make their real path. And so you just which is very difficult.
Yeah, I was just trying to kind of like,
Yeah, no, exactly.
make it everything else is
Yeah, sometimes depends because you want the back of your eye. So sometimes you're adjusting those, right? Depending if the person has a long arm, it's going to be further down, right? Because I want you to back. Walking back.
and you're kind of pulling down like that instead of like side hips. Like I think what you're doing probably going down to this instead of like to the side. Yeah.
Crunch your body down once you grab it. Then start to walk the elbow back. Keep walking. And then go up to the front. Straightening back. Don't want to like a curve. No. You want to be just like these things.
Bridge opposite, rear roll out.
There.
pull it out, clean it around, you know.
Because the side doesn't really matter too much. But when you treat like either try like around so that you can hold it.
You're sitting here, you on the spot. Yeah. So when you have, it's almost like, yeah,
See, can you scoot your hips in a little bit closer? There, that's good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I use it for balance. And here I was doing it. So yeah, it was you need to switch back a little bit. Yeah, that's. Look up. Look up.
I can like move my foot. If I do this way, basically, because I'm trying to do that, is it like knocking on the side?
Just keep this leg.
I think what's happening is you're kind of moving your entire body.
Yeah.
I'm not moving your whole body.
Like one part is like you want his like stay your hips. Yeah, exactly. Pinch your knees, and then put a little bit of back pressure on the hips.
But right now, I'm feeling it straight back. Or he has a strong muscle.
Yeah. So you keep walking on it. Just get
I think his feet are like moving this way too.
So you're bringing that coming out of this. And you do huge, so you can feel it. So think of that. Yeah. So one thing that happens, I want you to see stuff that say your knee is exactly where it is right now. You're walking and walking back. See how when I move, see it where my moves with me? And I could just keep walking around in circles all day, right? So I need to keep this all locked together. See how I put some pressure back in you? So now I have this nice, this leg doesn't move. I pinched on it, I place that foot on your hip, so that as I move backwards, it's just your foot is walking. That's what pressure moves. So focus on that. Play with it a little bit.
Yeah, see the problem about holding his leg like that, and then like happening down.
Oh,
I'm like, alright.
try to make sure that the bottom of this foot right here is on your forearm. Okay. So when you move around, the bottom is like that. All the way down. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's more so this pressure on me. So like, so I'm grabbing the leg. It's like this. Pressure on the bottom. Sometimes you're gonna tap the pressure on the bottom. And then I'm walking to the sides of that.
I'm feeling the pressure.
Yeah. And that's why I can explain that as you're going. Be like, oh, I can do this or that. Just focus on trying to keep your leg up.
That's where I'm glad we saw it.
Instead of you move your arms, just back and forth. Yeah, your arm under the neck.
Yeah, I've heard that. It was concentration. Thank you. Like you can like move your foot like sideways. So here. So feeling it there, or are you still just like on the
But I felt it in here for some reason, almost like it's not like
you just like almost move the foot beyond. You might have to here. You might have to like do this like yeah, it's tired action. It's probably not great.
I should be able to finish it.
This is around.
keep it spine is straight here, these are right.
Yeah.
To the side a little bit.
Yeah. You can kind of catch it in the act though.
Because what I think is happening here is pretty sure start adding strap. This like really early to the elbows. But is it working just for you?
You're kind of twisting it now and losing pressure here.
I think I'm going to have more move on this contract. And so maybe you can have
Great thing is with me and like you, like it's like a little scoop back from the beginning because you're like talking. So he's doing it. So here. Yep. Because I feel like you need to like I feel like I need to twist the ends like up piece of and not start like stupid on the ground almost.
Yeah, I know, I'm just showing you this.
Bring it back in. So I want to show you. So, in terms of leg locking positions, this is called a straight ankle lock, which we're working on right now, right? In terms of just roll this. Okay. This is called our standard Ashigaru. Right? From here, if I want to finish an ankle lock, a better position to finish from is called butterfly Ashigaru. So we've been working on a harder position to finish the ankle lock first. Okay, why do I teach that? Because I just want you guys to understand that you can finish it from here, but there is a better position to finish it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, once I lock my grip, I'm gonna scoop away from my partner. So I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna take my outside leg to the inside and hook the inside of my foot on my partner's thigh. Okay? My secondary leg here is gonna step up and outside of my partner's hip. Okay? So I'm basically trading poles. I have this one on the outside, this one on the inside. Okay? I'm gonna open up. Outside comes the inside steps to outside. Okay, this is called butterfly ashi, so just a different type of leg position. Right? The advantage with this is that I can start to roll belly down on my partner. We're gonna go really slow with this one because this provides a ton of pressure on my partner from here. Okay. What I'm gonna start to do is walk my heel backwards just like I did the last time, but then I can start to turn down towards the mat to get my finish. Right? In a tournament situation, like I do, I can nail it over top. Like if I didn't have this leg, I'd be like straight down and then drop him into that angle. Right? So standard ashi here. I'm taking my outside leg, I'm bringing it to the inside, and hooking inside my partner's thigh. My inside leg is stepping to the outside of my partner's hip. Then I'm doing everything the same way. Walking that elbow back and keep my posture nice and upright the whole time. Walking that back, and then I start to rotate down towards the mat. Make sense, guys? Let's try that.
Very
Yes.
now roll your hips over as well. As soon as you get that weight bearing on the ankle.
So you're rolling and then there's a tap. Position a little bit.
It's not so much a bridge, you're literally turning over, so that ankle is bearing the weight of all of your body weight down. Like the coach is going really slow when he's demonstrating on me, and it's literally like you go, and then it's like, okay, you're gonna end up carrying my weight while everything.
Your posture drop. And then just try to take your left shoulder and bring it down to that. Now it's
Turn your hips over forward.
yeah, so just literally like rotating. You're gonna go down and down. Yes, that's okay. Yeah, rotate. Yeah, exactly. This one. Start to straighten. If you're good, off that clear this position here. Start to turn this, walk this all the way back. Put it out there, right? And you change spots. So that's what if I can hold my body, get your foot on the top, right? No shit.
Or you go, and then you take your right leg, and round over the top.
This one here. Let's see where your foot is now.
You actually hold it. And now you're gonna roll it down.
So you just start with it.
And now you're gonna get more weight on. Back towards the front of the hands back.
So I'll do it.
You got your come out and stand with that. You want to lock that down there. Yep. I'm trying to rotate that shoulder down.
And I'm really there.
And now
Yeah,
you're
so finish the thing.
halfway, just more and more pressure.
Yeah.
And you can, but if the position is correct, it's to feel like they're twisting your ankle. And the more they can turn over, like, and I don't know how tight you guys. Coach puts little, on you tap everything. That's how tight you
Yeah.
You're like, he's not gonna have to do every effort you this. You feel that pressure immediately, right? He's got to be like control. Because that's like
Yeah.
you know, you're just like, you were.
I mean, like, go back.
No.
Right now you're
And like, and then that's why I'm tapping before you guys. Yeah. Right, and no hero taps. Correct.
It's like made it easy to get to this, like,
So maybe just like trigger. I don't know what you're doing to me. This is how tight he is. Hold that.
so you just want to be really tight.
So you have to be that tight in order to get that finish. Because if you're not that tight, you're going to end this.
What's the easiest way to get your foot underneath the hip? I school away from the so like if I'm in Asheville. The way that I do it right there. Probably like sit right up like this. Inside.
That's how I'm good.
So crazy space. Once I got that locked, I can't remove that. I freeze, but I mean, I'll scoot up and yeah, obviously the less space I can do, the better, right? But I can create some space there. So you can just scoot. Yeah. How's this working? Yeah, and you want your overwrapper to start, right? That's, yeah, there you go. Let's start with you. Yeah, like you want to start with ashes instead of ashes, so you can control it by your overwrapper. Especially get your elbow on the mat.
This is how tight he is.
Strong posture. Right up. Yeah, so exactly. Start to walk it out.
Yeah, so it's a little, you're not gonna do that.
Kind of slide around.
That's awesome.
Just find out better.
Yeah, that's why I had trouble. You want to be okay.
Hey guys, just very quickly before we finish class, I want you to pick whichever position you feel more comfortable in. Okay? In both cases, start with an overlap grip. I don't want you to finish the ankle lock. All I want you to try to do is hold your partner in ash shape as long as you can. Okay? So your partner's going to try to pull their foot out. I would not recommend, whenever I'm in an ash position, one of the most dangerous things you can do in terms of leg locks. One of the most dangerous things I can do when I'm in these positions is start to rotate. So I'm doing this kind of stuff. Rotating. Okay, not a good plan. That's how I get my knee blown up because I'm going to torque my own knee in that situation. He's going to hold my ankle, so I can't move my ankle. If I start moving my body, all the torque goes to my knees. Okay, so whenever I'm in an action position, I can push and pull. I can put my foot on my partner's legs. I can push on his legs, try to push on his knees. I'm never going to try to rotate over like this. Okay? I could end up in a really bad situation for me. Does that make sense? Let's do one round of that very quickly with your partner. Just a minute each. We'll switch one person being offensive, one person being defensive. The key here, I can't leg lock my partner if I can't hold them in action. Okay, so step number one for everybody here is not the submission. It's just holding the position, keeping good control of your partner's leg the entire time. Once we've nailed that down, then you can really start to critique yourself and whether you can finish. All right, let's get in position. Get your overwrap grip, get your ass all set up. I'm not trying to finish an ankle lock, just trying to hold it. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, reset this right here. Switch position again. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
There you
Okay. Try to get your overwrap grip back.
I get hard belly.
Nice guys, great job. Let's line up. Awesome. Okay, so very brief intro to leg locks, positions, how to actually attack them. Definitely don't feel bad if your leg lock or your ankle locks are not perfect. Okay? It takes a long time to figure out your body size, your body mechanics, exactly how you need to attack them. It took me probably a year and a half before I felt like I was like decent at ankle locks, so it's not perfect. It's very similar to the ability to jump. Eventually you're gonna figure out like, oh, this is how my arms are, this is how my shoulders is, this is how you can track somebody in their shoulders and jump. Very similar to the ankle lock. You just gotta practice it 100 times, 1,000 times with your partners, trying to figure out exactly how you need to position yourself. Some people come with it easier, some people just be like, oh, here it is right there. Other people, it'll take a little bit longer. For myself, it took a little bit longer to be able to beat yourself up with that. The key is that kind of position. Because the reality is that's what we see next class. It's very easy to pass from this position as well. So if you don't like leg locks, you're like, I'm not interested in finishing an ankle lock, which is totally fine. And in all honesty, and at a level of courage, right? You could just use this position just as easily to pass your partner's guard and get the top position next now. Okay? Awesome. Good job, guys.
Thank you. I'll get it out tonight.
Alright, guys. Okay, we're doing leg locks. So, the first thing that we have to understand, some of you guys already know this would be reviewed, but just to get the feel of the position again in front of the little log process we worked on. The basic thing to understand from a leg lock perspective is anytime my partner has his legs in between mine, he can attack leg locks. If I have my legs in between his, I can attack leg locks. If we're 1-on-1, it's debatable who's going to attack. Right? Typically, I'd want to pummel both my legs to the inside so that I can then enter the leg and start attacking. Okay, so we'll just warm up by playing out or feeling out these positions that are standard action which is that's what we call it. It's also called single against guard. So we got here for the open guard series, you recognize single against guard. It's the same position, just sitting on our butts rather than just having something standing. So first thing I'm looking for, sitting in front of my partner, my legs are on the inside. I'm gonna grab a heel on the side of my tackle. Okay, I pull my partner's leg towards me while I extend my leg straight, right under my elbow. That pulls my knee underneath my partner's knee. From here, I like to grab like right underneath my partner's knee. Here, she's got a nice strong tendon there, which is awesome. Alright, and I'm gonna use that in combination with both my heels on the mat to pull my hips in nice and tight. My instep is underneath my partner's butt cheek on the far side. So it's not on the same side as the leg of attack, but the far side. Finally, I take this leg, step it up on my partner's hip, and I close everything together by dropping my knee over top of my own knee. This is setting up Ashy on this leg. Then I want you guys just to back down, do the exact same thing. On the opposite side, I'll do it on this side again, just so you can see it. Grabbing the heel, kicking my leg straight, pulling his leg towards me, dropping to my elbow. Grab the tendons here, and pull myself in with my heels, and getting my hips as close to my partner's hips as possible. I'm going to take my foot, heel right up on my partner's hip, my toes are pointing out, not across his body like this, toes pointing outwards, and then I drop my knee over top of that heel to lock everything. If you like, you can have your partner pull away from you a couple times, you should pull and try to bring his leg, right? Make sure you have your lock on your partner's leg. Make sense?
Very similar, except as I pass over this jumper.
Japanese class?
No.
Okay. Just go to the wash.
That means the language is
That's like don't want. So yeah.
Way better. Definitely. Yeah. They're also specialists. I don't know. Just like grabbing my
Let's not change that.
Next thing is just where can we find this position? So anytime I'm in somebody's closed guard, I have a leg on top too, right? Like anytime I'm in between his legs like this, say it broke out of his closed guard naturally, it just open. Right? My legs are in between his legs, and grab the heel. So I have my leg on top. What? Okay. So I have my legs in between my partner's legs, both legs are on the inside, grab a leg, I'm in a leg lock position. Okay? My partner has a mount on me, right? He or she's feeling nice, so just let me pop off, right? Anytime I'm here, my legs are in between my partner's legs. I can rotate in to a leg lock position. Okay? As we talked about last week, when I'm in half guard, I've got a leg in between his legs, leg on the top side here. I can rotate my partner through, I'm in a leg lock position. Okay? So it's not necessarily, even if I'm just passing my partner's guard, and I can get both my legs right now, both my legs are inside of his legs. I'm in the leg up. Okay? So I don't necessarily want to like go through all these positions with you guys and say like you can enter here, here, here. The general principle, just think of it as anytime my legs are in between my partner's legs, both my legs are in between their legs. Now, close guard pass, butterfly after. Any of those situations, I have the opportunity to practice if I want. Okay? So one other opportunity that we'll practice is just when my partner's standing. Okay? So those of you who are here for the open guard series understand single leg X guard, okay? Which you'll notice is exactly the same position. Okay? We're gonna start it from a tripod. Okay, so essentially I'm gonna grab my partner's heel, sort of like our setup for the entry into leg locks. Okay? I've got a foot on my partner's hip and I've got a foot behind my partner's knee. This is a very standard tripod sweep position. Okay? One common thing that my partner can do is stuff this leg in between his legs, right, to try to prevent my tripod sweep. Okay? When he does that, I switch. Okay, so I place this foot underneath my partner's tailbone and I planted that leg on the mat. Okay? I can use this to slightly off balance my partner forward as I pull myself in. Okay, so the idea here is just like our first stage where I grab my partner's heel and I pull myself in. Right? As he pushes this foot down, I switch. So I'm going to switch from the hip, okay, down to the mat. From the hip, down to the mat. Okay? I use this kind of hook behind my partner's butt, for lack of a better word, right, to pull myself in. So now my hips are directly underneath my partner's hips. That gives me the opportunity to enter single leg X guard or actually right, both the same positions. We just call this single leg X because it's standing. As soon as he hits the ground, we start calling it actually. So from here, I keep this leg retracted like this. Okay, as soon as I drop this down, he just sits down. He's like, wow. Exactly. Right? So here on my tripod, he pushes that leg through and clamp. Use that to pull my hips underneath my partner's hip and give it a slight off balance. Sometimes I can do it against the mat, that'd be awesome. Okay? From here, taking my outside leg, and I'm going to use a bit of a pendulum movement to hook around my partner's hip. Okay? Notice how my hips are up off the ground. This is very hard to do if I keep my hips on the ground. Right? That's as far as it goes. But, okay? I'm use the pendulum motion that I lift my hips. Okay, hook that heel around my partner's hip, and now the signal to the next time. Okay, from here, super simple to sweep my partner. One of my favorite sweeps. I clamp my elbow to my side, and I rotate my knees down to my feet. Okay, now land in the exact same position we were just practicing. It's just that I'm hitting rather than sitting on the okay, so this position right here, back out of it. One last time. Start with my tripod sweep step. I'm going to heel grip, foot on hip on the same side. This one pushing behind me. He steps that between, so I switch. Okay? Plant this foot on the mat. This one's in between my partner's legs. I can elevate my partner forward, hold my hips underneath my partner's hips. You notice I'm distinctly going very fast because you want to hang out here for not a great position. Well, from here I can pendulum moving up, lift my hips, and enter into single leg extend. Here, clamping the elbow to the body, rotating the knees down towards the mat, sweeps my partner, and I'm now into my Ashi grounding position, ready to start attacking. That's just for me one of the most common ways I find myself getting into Ashi. It's just I'm attacking from an open guard position, they're stuffing my legs in between their legs, and as soon as I see both my feet in between their legs, I'm like, awesome, right about that. And I enter into single legs. Make sense? Let's try that.
You grab the same side that you're supposed to go.
But still, I mean, it was in your order. Yeah. You need to go back.
Cool. 360 revolution.
You're like, punctually. Yeah, I like.
But I think the objective is to get it. I will go. If you really try.
I feel like you're on my foot. I don't think I should on your foot.
Pretty good after the shoulder
We'll stop her from switching hands, switching legs, and so if you try to swing her, now she can't let you. That's sort of what's Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't believe it, man.
Just because you're gonna keep just watch the.
See, I gotta see my body where I want to sit here.
Oh, yeah.
How does that work? Paid out, or is it just for that fight?
I can make it a big
One for the reef, and it's like, oh, you know what, buddy, you know. You've been on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost nothing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Then, I just want to talk about a few things specific to the positions themselves. So, we'll start with usual, but. Right, so, this is the one we're primarily going to be looking at. This is standard action. I just want to cycle through a bunch of different leg lock positions, just to give you guys some familiarity, so that like, if you're just a leg tangle mess with, kind of have something to do. Right, so I have standard action. Right, if I bring my inside leg to the outside, I'm now in double outside action. Okay, standard ashi, double outside ashi. From double outside ashi, if I lean back and pass my partner's leg across my center line, we're now at 50-50. Okay. I have two options from that double outside ashi position. I can either go to 50-50 by passing the leg across the body, sitting up, or I can choose to go to butterfly ashi, outside ashi first, and then I loop this outside leg underneath and hook the inside of my partner's leg. Okay, this is called butterfly ashi, assuming they're able like that because they have sort of from the inside of my partner's leg. So we have standard ashi, double outside ashi. Two options for double outside ashi. Pass the leg across into 50-50. Or I can take my outside leg and feed it underneath the inside of my partner's leg to butterfly action. Does that make sense? So there's one more position that I can go to from standard ashi, which is where we're gonna pass the light across. Let's sit up here. It's all these nice coffee. There's that Ashley or all the names. This one we're not really gonna look at because there's no application. Basically just tests the rules and stuff like that. This is a very powerful position. Not a lot of great things. So one last time, you have standard Ashley. Okay. In fact, let's take a look from here. I can go double outside Ashley. Not the greatest position, right? Easy to get your third pass from. So you gotta make up your mind real quick from here where you want to go. I wouldn't hang out and double outside Ashley very long. Okay. I love transition to 50, using it as a way to sweep and come off on top. Okay, that's great. Or as an alternative, I can take the outside leg, swing it to the inside to get my butterfly action position. Okay. You guys feel comfortable cycling through this? I'm trying to keep those names in your head. Do that for 5 minutes.
I think I got the butterfly one. Here's the problem. Rubber dance.
50-50, never a big fan. We'll see what it's trying.
I think that better. I used to feel the exact same way, but recently I'm like, okay.
It has its place, it just means hold it 50-50, standing there.
Yeah.
And so.
Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Standard outside 50-50 butterfly.
Yeah.
Grab all the phone, Dad. Come on.
I'm too late.
Yeah.
That's too
Back to good, yeah. You got a mobile data.
Yeah, think of it as like a branch. Like it's like standard Ashley to double outside, and then double outside branches to either 50-50 or butterfly.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Is the inside foot on the ground?
Sorry, I think I failed the quiz. I was always taught.
Yeah, just like here and then they
Sit up.
How do you do while keeping
Otherwise, I was just like,
Feeling like I would just plant this foot, plant that in, lift my hips, make that look like.
It's just that.
That's not bad. Like it's sort of a dicey situation, but if you sort of.
I
give me more space to like switch my butt out.
It's good case price per suite.
So you're stuck in place there, yeah.
I told them, tell it like $200 all Saturday, so like, yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of have to really want to figure this thing out. Yeah, if you were going to ask about it, check out process.
The idea is that you would force the top next.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're working on just offense this week, right? And then next week we'll talk about defense. But when it comes to the straight ankle lock, the way that I was taught to attack a straight ankle lock is you put something underneath here, put something over here, and then you put a lot of pressure here, and it's gonna stretch these top tendons here, gonna shift the pressure on the bottom of the part of the leg, which causes a ton of pain when we get tapped. And that will work to most degrees, right? However, an ankle lock that attacks like this is far more effective. It's more like a toe hold, which actually is grabbing and around, right? So you're essentially cheating the system a little bit by attacking the toe hold with a standard ankle lock grip. You won't get the small effect of this perfectly legal. Okay, but the reality is, like, if Yoshi and I are in a tournament for gold medal, he's gonna be able to take a lot of pain on that Achilles before he gets attacked. Right? He's gonna hurt his teeth. Right? But if I attack this one, which is more like a toe hold, he's gonna blow his ankle if he does that. That's a lot of resistance, right? The chances of me actually like blowing his tendons up here by putting enough pressure, especially because he could pull back with his foot at the same time, like fighting with you, right? It's very difficult. I'm just speaking from personal experience. I've tried this many times. Finished this ankle lock, and it's like, the person's tough. That takes away like 80% of the effectiveness. Because they're just gonna grit out this extreme amount of pain on the back of the Achilles. And then if they're smart, they play good defense and make it very difficult for you. Maybe if you could hold them in the position for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, maybe a little very look down and hold that. But the whole time you're ever since that was taken. So I prefer to adopt this idea of attacking straight ankle locks like a toe hold by trying to put lateral pressure on the partner's foot and attack his tendons on the side of his foot rather than the tendons on the top. That's a long explanation. None of it's super important, but it's it helps me teach you guys better. So from Ashley, I can finish my ankle lock. The preferential position to finish the straight ankle lock in this fashion is from my butterfly action. Okay? It allows me to extend my partner's leg and get a lot more lateral pressure than from a standard Ashley position. However, we'll practice finishing it. Okay, so you just start from standard Ashley, work on finishing it from here because it requires a little bit better mechanics, and then we'll switch to butterfly action. So the first thing that I need to understand how to do is get an overwrap grip on my partner's leg, where my arm is actually underneath my partner's leg. Okay? That's difficult if I want to keep control of his leg. If I just like sit back here and try to reach over top, very difficult. I'll hit pull his leg out. I'll lose the leg lock position. I always want to keep this elbow like clamped into my side and keep his leg tight to me so that he can't pull it out. Right? So rather than create space here unneeded and try to reach underneath and force it through or anything like that, I keep this all clamped up and I'm going to rotate downwards and lift my hips. Okay? This puts some pressure up into my armpit. It prevents him from just yanking his leg up. And it also prevents him from standing up, which is one of the more common ways to escape this position. And it gives me the opportunity to use my free hand to pull his leg slightly away from my ribs, and then insert my overwrap grip. I take this, I rotate on my elbow, feet in underneath, and then sit back and lay it. Okay? I made a slight modification since the last time I taught this, just through anecdotal evidence rolling myself, that I see a lot better success rates when I use a rear naked choke grip from here, as opposed to just holding my hand here and trying to pull it on the sides of the hand. Okay? So from this position, I can take that overwrap grip, I reach through and grab my bicep. Okay? If I could put my hand on his knee, I would. Sometimes the just body mechanics don't work out. So I'll just keep this forearm putting pressure down my cartilage shape. Okay, so I'm grabbing my own bicep, put pressure down my cartilage shape. Okay, from here, the key is that I keep good posture, so my spine is fairly straight up and down. And then I start to walk my elbow backwards. Okay, that's what's going to put that bend on my partner's leg. Afterwards, start to attack my crab tendons rather than just putting a shit ton of pressure on the bottom of my legs. Okay, so I start to walk my elbow backwards, and I go as far as I possibly can. Walking. Awesome. Right? Then from here, I start to walk my elbow towards my hip. Okay, now I start to put a good amount of pressure. Then I'm going to look up towards the far corner of the group as I drive my hips through to get that tap. Okay. Again. Alright. Yes. Alright. Elbow nice and tight. I turn down towards the mat and lift my hips. Right? I can lift my hips fairly high. It keeps a good amount of pressure through his toes into the bottom of my armpit there. Which locks his leg in place. Enough time for me to pull it away from my rib cage, rotate this arm under, and feed it through for my overwrap grip. Once I have my overwrap, I grab my own bicep, and I start to put downward pressure on the cartilage. All of this is just keeping as much friction, as much pressure in my partner's leg as possible, so you can't just pull it free. And then from here, check my posture, straighten myself up, and start to walk that elbow backwards. Then I walk up in towards my hip, and I start to look up towards the sky, and hit it. Does that make sense, everybody? Is that feeling correct?
Yeah.
It feels
I can believe you hear it the first time.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, right there. And all on here. Yeah.
Because I worry sometimes, I know that process, but sometimes my position is just tough.
Yeah.
It's hard to cover it. It takes a lot to feel on the back here. This one, yes, so success.
Okay, there.
Yeah, different.
I do like the modification, or good modification.
It's a little extra something rather than
Yeah.
well, I always understand it. I was really far on my shin. Yeah, pretty far on my shin, and it's pressure down and follow. It's not there. It's not there. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
it's
The trouble is, you're like, you move the elbow at first.
Yeah, it's like hold up. Yeah.
Alright guys, come in for 1 second, I just want to show a couple little details. So, if I go as deep as I possibly can with my grip, right, I can't see my partner's tendons here on his leg. I could pull this back, but all it's going to do is put more and more pressure on the Achilles on the bottom, and that's not what I'm trying to do. Okay, so sometimes I have to go a little bit shallower with my grip. Now I can see those tendons. Awesome. That means that his toes back here are right against my lat and shoulder. Okay? That's where I can actually start to put pressure on my partner's tendons. Okay? If I can't grab my bicep, then I'll just go back to the original way that I always taught this, which is I reach through and I grab the bottom over the edge. Right? Very important. Like I don't want to see fingers, stuff like that. I grab the fleshy part of the bottom of my hand, 4 fingers, no thumb, just hooks around that part of my wrist. Okay? And then I'm just securing it. I'm not pulling up on it. Just securing it. Okay? Just like this one. I can't pull up with my bicep. Same thing, just locking it in place so it doesn't move. So here, this is still a little bit too deep for me. Now it's perfect right here. Grab my own palm. And now it's about posture. So I get my spine straight, and I roll my shoulders back. Okay, now there's pressure. Right? Now the final detail is that if I start walking, I'm lazy with my legs. Right? Right? Okay, I need to start to put some pressure in my partner's hips so that I stay this leg. So that as I start to move, nothing else does. It's only the ankle. So I can move posture, bring my shoulders back, and put a little bit of forward tension. Okay, so that's keeping his hips locked where they are, leg locked where it is. And the only thing that's happening now is this is just bending more and more. So, that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm extending my hip and kicking in there. Right? If I have butterfly action, I would step on the hip and I would extend the butterfly. This is why I like finishing straight ankles from butterfly action, because I'll place it over here, right, just as like a connection point to the leg. And then once I've locked it all in and I'm ready to go, ready to tackle, step on the hip. And that really puts a ton of leverage on the partner so that he can't move his leg at that point. Extend this through, and it's just a totally fixed system. His leg can't move. That means that is like a sense. Let's try that.
If you want to. Should I scream that?
Yeah, that's what the guillotine does. You feel like
Yeah.
I did a little, I felt like.
It's hilarious. It's all just like, yeah, right, the church class, and it's like, jeez. the nice thing to do is like it's like if you just fuck all the start, you know, like maybe just they can put the feet on start if they want. So the last thing that I look at is anytime I'm in my standard ASHI, okay, and I feel like things just aren't going to go the way that I want them to, then I'll pass the leg across, similar to what I do with 50-50, right? When I have double outside ASHI, and I pass the leg across, and now I'm 50-50. Right? From here, I can also attack an ankle lock on this top side, very similar mechanics, but it's more commonly used for heel hooks, okay, from 50-50. A little bit different what we're doing here. We're staying in our standard ASHI and passing the leg across. Okay. Notice what I do here is when I pass the leg across, I put it into my pocket, okay, I replace, and then I grab the knee, okay, clamp this elbow in nice and tight. Okay, the whole time I want to keep my partner's leg nice and tight to my body. From here, I can sit up to my elbow, and then I'm going to plant my right leg, in this case, the leg in between my partner's legs, drop the leg to the back, and I can elevate my hips into like a technical stand. I think you guys have done this before. If not, all I'm doing is keeping this foot planted, keep this hand planted, and lift my hips, and hold that leg through to a kneeling position. Okay. So I'm in standard ASHI and lean back. So rather than leaning through and doing my overwrap grip, I'll lean through and sit all the way back, pass that leg across, transfer that grip over, grab the knee, pull everything nice and tight. Okay, from here I plant the leg in between my partner's legs, drop the other leg, walk onto my hand. I use those two bases, lift my hips, sit through, and then immediately during forward, I'm just driving this knee straight to the mat. Okay? So I become the shin pin position, very easy guard passes for me. Okay? I can either get upper body control of my partner, just walk this through the mat. Or if my partner's being silly, he doesn't have any upper body control, just walk through the body. Okay? So the reality is leg locks are awesome. I love them. They're an awesome tool to have. But you should always be able to fall back on this. Right? I don't want you guys to get into a situation where somebody's smashing you because you're in single leg X and you didn't realize that you could just easily come up to a super double passive position. If you want to walk to try the ankle locks, it's definitely a valid attack. But the reality is if I'm in a match and I'm up on points right now, I've got nothing to lose, I'm not going to try for the submission in this case. Okay, if I'm down on points and there's like 30 seconds left, it's like, yeah, it's probably ankle lock time because that's all we got. Right? But the reality is, like, if I'm comfortable where I am in the match, or the role, or whatever situation, and I don't feel like there's a necessary need to submit my partner right away, it's like, screw it, okay? I'm just gonna reach over, pass that leg across, elevate my hips, sit through, then drive that knee across, right into this leg knee position where I can start to flatten my partner, come around, get a common position, just keeping the pace on my side, okay? So, just an option, like if you consider it from a points perspective, right? I get that sweep from single leg X, about 2 points. Pass the leg across, and sit up, pass, now 5 points. It's very easy for me to get down from there. You can win the match on points, or if it's a submission only situation, then it's like, okay, maybe it's the right time to drop back your ankle. So it's very situational, depending on like what's going on, whether I choose to attack the ankle or if I choose to come up the sweep. But to be quite honestly, more often than not, recently, I've been opting for the sweep. Just come up and go for the guard pass. Because to me, I'm like, I feel much more confident fishing head and arm stroke from out than I do at ankle lock. Even though I feel pretty good at ankle locks, they're super legit. Submission, it's like the control and the power that I have from the mount, the options I have. That's the other thing to consider is that I only have the ankle lock. It's the only thing. So if it doesn't go well, I'm out of ammo. You know, like, that's not a good situation. You just always want to be able to change things, right? If I can get to the mount or the side control or even on his back a little bit, yeah, there's 1,000 options for those positions. So something to keep in mind that, you know, we don't necessarily have to think of action as like entanglements as permanent. We just always come up in top position and use them as a dominant and get past the guard, right? Which sometimes I think is a better option. So I guess we do that. It's very top. Yeah, sure. Don't be my hands. No, it's good. So I'm here and lean through. I pick that leg up and I'm passing it across my body now. Okay, or then I don't like leg control up here. So I've got control with this arm, I switch to this one, then I switch to this one, and I'm in that leg. Okay, I'm now technically in a leg drag position. Lift my hip, sit through, drive. Bring my partner's knee out of that. Now this is a super elegant position. Immediately I would start looking for all body control. Cross facing, around your butt, sort of flat, arm out, use that pressure through. Okay, otherwise circle around behind my partner. Lots of options. Let's give it a shot.
I mean, it's like you got backwards. You get me that, you know, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, shitting palm just like that. I literally like sit on my bed. So I'll take that. So the shoe is really like sit on your bed. Jump right in. Oh, I just you can't fall up that and down. It's just like, just sit on it. 10 years 6, so I go sit. Exactly.
knee on belly here. Underrated one pointer.